hello again, and if you're here for part two from the part one that I put out a little bit ago, the main thing I want to start off with here is I've seen a whole lot of people comparing the Submariner, the really, yeah, I got some switches on it, whatever, get over it, to the Longines, whatever the heck, anything Longines. Now this is kind of about prices, but it's also about that, but mainly, whatever, I try to do that because I was, why are we comparing a Longines to a Rolex? And we'll get to that later. But first, let's tackle this. Who do Longines think they are, charging $3,500 for a steel GMT? Who do they think they are, charging $3,400 for a Conquest Heritage? Do we know what these prices were in 2022, 2023? Not even last year. I'll put them on the screen. So why are they 3,000 and up now? It's something that Teddy Baldessar loves to promote, not promote, but he probably actually loves to watch. But this guy, the Longines Master Collection Chrono Moonphase, it's 4,300. Let's see what it costs when he reviewed it in X year. So price increase, and I'm not even saying that it's a bad watch. I'm not. It's great. It's got the pointer date, like he says. Pointer date, blued hands, basically a calendar, a calendar. What was it? God dang it! What's the word? Whatever, complication, all that stuff, right? And the pointer date at this price, like he likes to point out, is apparently a steal, which I'm not gonna disagree with. He knows more about these things than I do. It's probably a great watch. Now, why okay, $2,000 I see right here, the Hydro Conquest, sorry, I can't read. Hydro Conquest 41 millimeter, kind of like this guy actually, but the Starbucks version in Longines, it's $2,000. I would buy that. I just don't like the layout. It's got the big 12, the big 9, the big 6. It's got a date, which I like. It actually is kind of similar to a Glasuta kind of thing with the big numbers. Anyway, now let's move on to some other models, right? The Legend Diver, as other people like to promote. What did that cost in 2023, 2024? And it's a diver, right? I don't know why I'm focusing on divers right now. I'm just looking at the website and seeing what are popular. The regular Conquest, I don't think that went up much, which is great. And that's the 38 millimeter model. That's a great spot to start. Grab one now if you really want a Longines. Grab one now. If you could find a Longines 80, which they're typical, they're everywhere, right? Not everywhere, but I've only seen maybe 4. So, but they're around. So go grab one. Moving on. Let's talk about Omega real quick. This guy, the Omega, the new Planet Ocean. Yes, it's more expensive than the previous. Yes, it's got updated stuff. Yes, it doesn't have the people say the wart that Helium gave valve. It's more expensive. I think Omega's also going up market, and it launched last year, right? Now, what are we expecting? Another 5 to 6% increase, as Omega quotes, or people quote, sorry, Omega is going to do, right? Omega is expected to see a price increase in 2026 with predictions ranging into modest hikes. Modest hikes. Around 5 to 7% is a modest hike for a $6,000 watch. Is it $6,000? I think it is. That's insane. 5 to 6% is modest. Let's why don't we call 1.5 modest? Anyway, so I'm gonna assume your Speedmaster, it's either 9,000 or whatever, close to 9,000, is gonna go up. Oh my god, I was wrong. The Planet Ocean is 10,000. It's $9,200, and they want to charge 5 to 7% more. The Seamaster 300, the James Bond, the Titanium, 11.3. Is that what it was last year? I don't pay attention to that, but right now it's 11.3, and today is the 3rd of January, 2026. Something I've actually kind of looked at, the Speedmaster Pilot, 10.7. Are you gonna buy that? Speedmaster Frost Omega in space, the FWAS. I don't know why I said it like that. The FOIS. $8,900 today, January 3rd. $8,900. Are you gonna buy that? I mean, I actually considered buying that. I'm not gonna lie. Don't tell anybody. The Railmaster, $6,400. And when I say bucks, I mean US dollars, of course, because I'm in America. The regular Seamaster diver. I remember when this was 50. Maybe mid 5,000s, 5,500, 5,300, something like that. And it wasn't that. It was maybe 2023 because I was considering buying it. It's $7,300. That is crazy. Wait, this is not the one that has the ceramic, is it? Let's check. It's not. It's the anniversary one that I'm looking at currently. But it's still $7,300. Speedmaster Moonwatch Professional, $9,000. That's about what I expected it to be. I do remember when those were $6,000. I think that was a while ago, but I remember when they were $6,000. Man, and the Aquaterra, $70,000. Let's get away from Omega. You see where this is going. It's crazy. Move to the next one. All right, let's start with some beloveds here. Tudor. Oh man, the Black Bay 58, the burgundy. I don't think that went up too much. Right now it says 5,050. Okay, wait, that took a second. I think Tudor's set to raise about 5.6%. So because these prices were lower, it's not going to seem as much of a shock when I say these prices to myself here. But it's still 5-ish%. That's crazy. But anyway, I'm gonna look at a Tudor Chrono 6775. I think that was around 6,100 ish, right? It was. I think it was above the 6,000 mark, but now it's 6775. That is, man. Okay, move on from that. Click. I'm gonna take a look at the Lagoon real quick. So the Lagoon. Let's put it on the screen. $4,775. I think this used to be 44, maybe 43 in dollars, $4,300 roughly. Now it's 47. It's coming up on $5,000. Let's talk about something else really quick. I need a sip. Hang on. Yeah, well, the pyramid has fallen. Metaphorically. So why do we need METAS in our watches? Can we get rid of that? Because everyone's charging a freaking an arm and a leg just because your movement is METAS certified. Can you just not make it, I don't know, plus minus 7 seconds and we'll be happy? Charge a normal price, take $1,500, $2,000 off the price of the watch. Can we not do that? Why do we need a Tudor Ranger METAS certified costing, let me check real quick, $3,700. Sorry, $3,800, $3,775. Why do we need that? Do we need another? Do we need a Rolex Explorer Tudor with a light dial METAS certified? Do we? Does anyone want to buy that? Actually, is anyone dying for that? I don't think so. I'm not. These guys do it just because they have their own thing. They don't even care about cost. They don't care about. They might care about cost. They don't care about METAS. They just do their own thing and they call it whatever it is. Why? Why do we need that anyway? Whatever. Maybe some of you guys will answer that below. Let's move on to another. Well, it's not a cheapie, but Black Bay 58. 41 millimeter. It's $5,200. Please. Can we make this pyramid again, real quick? Hang on. Let's try it out real quick. I guess. Let's just for entertainment purposes. Can we do it? No. Oh my God. Why do we need a $5,000 Black Bay 58? There's no time on it. It's a diver. Just go save up 2,000 extra and buy it, or just perpetual, whatever, man. I give up. Let's just go buy an Oyster Perpetual. It's a Rolex. It's not a Tudor. Yes, they're the same company ish, right? Just save $2,000 and buy a fucking. Sorry, bad word. Rolex. Go buy an Omega. 7 grand. Actually, I wouldn't do that. Don't do that. Buy something that will hold its value, because you might get tired of this Black Bay like a lot of people do, and sell it for 40-50% loss, because they're not going to pay you the 30. They're not going to pay you what it's worth. If the Tudor is $5,200, it's selling on the gray market for, call it 4 grand by the end of the year. You're not getting 4 grand for your watch. They're paying you 35, and then they're going to sell it for 4 grand. 35 if you're lucky, and it's in pristine condition. So anyway, another one. Move on. The Black Bay GMTs. You know, the Pepsi, the Coke. Looking at the Pepsi, $5,100 on a bracelet. I actually don't think that's a bad price. I think they're quite large, right? Let me look at the thickness here. 14.6. They're thick. They're thick boys. But that's not a bad price. Dare I say, $5,100. Yeah. Okay. Buy it if you feel like it. If you want it, maybe buy it on the aftermarket, the gray market. Let's look quickly at the 68. $5,300 if you want a 43 millimeter watch. Let's check. What is it? If you want a 43 millimeter watch, buy that. That's cool. I wouldn't. It's quite large. Just buy a Pelagos. Speaking of which, let's look at the Pelagos. Ooh, the titanium. The Pelagos Ultra, $6,650. The Pelagos 39. Listen, these watches have not gone up a lot. I looked at this in, I think, 2023. The blue one. I think it was 49, 48, maybe 4,900. Maybe it was 5,000 flat, something like that. Now it's 58.25 in 2 years with all the price increases. Man, if you're in the market for a light, nice looking, different color, because it's titanium, right? It's not that color. It's not steel color. If you're in the market for that, the Diver has the date, by the way. No Cyclops. Buy that. Get the ceramic matte blue Pelagos. We've got a new arrangement now. Let's talk about something people aren't gonna really like me saying. Cartier. This, they have a long lineage. Yeah, they make nice watches. Yes, they're a jewelry company that do make watches. Yes, they, I think, make their own movements, which is awesome. Cool. Let's talk about the only watch. Well, there's two. The only watch that people really rave on about, the Cartier Santos. $8,650 for the large. The Tank, $3,800 for the large. I don't know what those cost before, but I think the Tank probably was close. But man, the Santos, I remember when that was like $5,000 or something for the medium, I think. Man, let's click on the medium real quick. The medium is $7,750. Yeah, I remember when this was like 50 something $100. That was back when I actually was looking at a Cartier. I don't think I would have bought it because it scratches a whole lot. Here I am with these things. They scratch a lot, by the way. Damn. That's a lot of money. I don't just man, I never thought I would say this. Go buy it used. Go buy any one of these. Maybe not these. These are ridiculous used. Go buy any one of the things that I was talking about previously, the Longines, the Tudor, the Cartier, the Omega. Go buy them used, slightly used. You'll get some discount off. You might even buy them at 2023 prices. Just go do it. I don't understand why you would wait. There's no wait. Sorry, I'm stuck in Rolex land. I don't understand why you would spend that much money on a watch. By the way, is Cartier METAS certified? Let's take a look. No. They're not. Cartier is not METAS certified, by the way. And as I said, I'm scrolling, I'm clicking. Yeah, sorry. I hope it doesn't hurt your ears. $7,700, right? That's what I said. Oh my gosh. They're charging $7,750 for a non-METAS steel Cartier. Yes, it's got Lineage, all that Flight Watch stuff, that Flight at First, whatever. $7,000 non. Why can't Tudor? Why can't Omega? Why can't Longines? Why do we need Metas? Can we stop? Just make it 10 seconds. Make it plus minus 10 seconds a day. I'll be happy. I don't need plus minus 2. I don't need milliseconds in a month. Hello, Grand Seiko. I don't need that. Just make me a watch that looks great, that will last. Some people may even say that you produced the movement for, and just sell it to me. Come on, man. What are we doing with this Metas and upcharging crazy amounts? And then, you know what? Let's even give them the 5%. Let's give them the 5%, 6% per year, right? We still would be thousands less if you didn't charge money for your Metas Certify. Just stop. Just stop it. Watches are getting too expensive. They're getting ridiculous. I'm gonna be looking on the gray market, quote unquote, secondhand. I might look on Chrono24. I might pick up something for $1,000 and show what the heck it was, back in the day versus what it costs now. I don't know, man. Like, anyway, I'm done complaining. I'm gonna name this freaking video "Complaining" and then put part 2 at the end, just so you know it's part 2. Or maybe I'll name it "Complain with Me" about prices. I don't know. If you made it this far, find a duck emoji or something and put it in the comments. I appreciate it. If you really made it this far, that means you're actually as frustrated as I am, which, I'm glad some of you share the sentiment. And yeah, I don't know, they're pushing you away, they're pushing me away, they're making room for the stupid people that make $50,000 in a month and can spend $10,000 every month. Anyway, I'm out. Appreciate you watching. Like, share, subscribe, and let me know what you think.